Hi everybody, it's Tom Klein from Better Vantage Point. Today we're going to talk about 10 things you need to consider in your business to make sure that you are managing your risk and that you're stopping problems before they happen. So here we go. Number one, do you have a compliance management system? And who is responsible for it? So if a regulator comes in, they're going to ask to see what's in your compliance management system. And within that, do you have a complaint management system where you're keeping track of your customer complaints and how you resolve them? I always say that most of a dealership's problems or a business's problems arrive on two legs. So it's either customer complaints or employee complaints. So if you're doing a great job of managing those, managing your reputation online, taking care of those things, then you're going to do a great job if a regulator ever comes in and takes a look at what you're doing. That's number one. Number two, when was the last enterprise risk assessment to ensure all personnel and all the assets of the dealership were protected? When have you looked at that? When have you gone through your whole dealership and said, what if this happens? What if that happens? Are we covered? Number three, who trains the staff about compliance? Everybody complains, by the way. Who trains the staff about compliance and how often? I recommend at least monthly compliance training. Very important if you get a lawsuit or, again, a regulator comes in and you can prove and show that you are regularly trying to train your staff on what's new in compliance, what they should be concerned about, and what they should be focusing on. Number four, has anyone ever done an analysis of your insurance policies to determine if you're covered in certain situations? So again, we go back to that what if game. What if there's an accident? Is there enough assets to protect the entire dealership? There are hundreds of questions here that you should be looking at. Number five, do you have a process at the dealership to find and fix customer complaints? As I mentioned a few minutes ago, that's the biggest generator of lawsuits. If you're fixing your customer complaints, then you're gonna make sure that the least amount of money is spent fixing those problems. If you let customer complaints go on and on and on and you don't fix them, that's when they become costly. That's when they become expensive. I know of a class action lawsuit actually that started in church. Two ladies were sitting next to each other and talking about how they were upset with the dealership. Class action lawsuit happened. Millions and millions of dollars were spent fixing that one. Number six, do employees have a channel and a mechanism to bring their complaints to the attention of management? Again, problems at businesses start on two legs. They arrive on two legs, customers and employees. Number seven, when was the last time the employee guidebook has been updated? Do employees sign a legal rights agreement? So I advocate the fact that employees should sign an agreement that says that if they have a problem at the dealership or at the business, that they should come see the business owner and try to resolve that problem prior to going to a lawyer or prior to going to a regulator. Number eight, are you using arbitration to settle disputes? In practice, do you understand this strategy is highly ineffective? Arbitration, in my opinion, doesn't work. Think about this. You're trying to satisfy a customer's problems, and whether they're reasonable or not, and you're going to ask them to pay for half of just for you to entertain their problem. That just upsets them more. There are other reasons why I don't like arbitration, but that's the main one. Number nine, are you prepared for a local media story? Do your employees know what to do or what to say if the cameraman shows up and starts interviewing? Do they know who to refer it to, who should be on camera, how that should be handled throughout the dealership? If you don't have a media policy, consider getting one right away. And number 10, who audits your websites on a monthly basis to ensure compliance with advertising laws? And is there a compliance check to make sure that you're not unintentionally giving bait and switch advertising? I've seen a lot of dealer websites, and pretty much everyone I can go on to find problems that are actually advertising violations. And right now, as you know, the Federal Trade Commission is increasing their compliance and their regulations, and they're looking at car dealers. In the last 60 days especially, has been an increase in activity, and I don't expect that to stop. So there's your top 10 for today. That's part one. Part two is coming. I'm Tom Klein. Thanks for seeing things from a better vantage point. And if I can answer any questions, please feel free to reach out. I'm happy to answer them. Have a great day.